He brought some action in last time. A new face, number 50. That's going to be Luis Melendez, who just signed with the squad from Puerto Rico. So we're anxious to see how he gels with the team and what he can bring to it. The other one's on the floor. Number 33, Brandon Wilkins. And number 21, David Banks Sr. A few familiar faces. And at the line, Matt Bengaya.
It was a great job there by Bengaya getting the ball down low, finishing, and can't quite hit the free throw to complete the three-point play.
Thank you for the fill-in, DJ. And once again, folks, Ryan Dietrich here with my man, DJ on the color.
A couple good first possessions there on defense for the Ohio Bruins.
So Bengaya lets one rip from the corner, just a little long. Fair with the rebound. He's going to attack. Ooh, he gave it up. Good defense there from the new guy, Melendez. Really straight up ball, little hand action in there.
That was a good job there by Bengaya, getting his hip on top of Janelle Free and causing him to foul.
De Leon with the inbounds. Finds Gorham with Banks Sr. up in his business.
Can see a concerted effort to head it, take it down low early here.
Yep. The man, yeah, once you get Omer Menzie going, it's a good thing. You get some, oh, and a big play on the other end for Manzi.
That was a great timing there by Manzi. Really timed that up perfectly.
And Bengaya with the finish at the other end. Well, yeah, some patience from Manzi. Kind of a little hesitant step. Got up there with the clean block.
It was great. And then a great finish in transition off that block. And you said it, you know, a little bit of a small crowd here tonight around the holidays. If you're the Ohio Bruins, you're going to have to manufacture your own energy. And little things like that, that's one way to kind of suck energy away.
4-2 early here. About 10 minutes to play left in the first. As Jay Farrow's going to look to get going. No shots, no nothing yet from Jay. But he's just fine trying to get his man Matt Bengaya going. Little off the mark there. Good drive to the basket by Free.
That was a great strong take by Janelle Free. Saw the opening and didn't hesitate. Straight downhill.
The mark there. Good drive to
get some of these other guys involved. Similar to his mentor Cam Mitchell. That's something that Cam was always good at. Knowing when to pick his spots and when to go off and when to get everybody else involved.
It's a little, yeah, a little unusual for the Bruins. Feels like they're, you know, starting slow,
right?
Compared to their usual breakneck pace. And as we see right on cue, Jay Farrow coast to coast, good outlet pass.
We say that, and I think all 6 points have been in transition, right?
Yep, exactly. That's what they do. Nice take to the rim there by Janelle Free.
Well, and here's the thing. When you start to play some of these teams in your division multiple times throughout the year, sometimes, like last night, the game can get away from you. The other thing, though, is when you play a team back-to-back, you're not going to have that same energy. So if you're Akron, come in here, stay focused, keep it close, and maybe try to steal one on the road. Great take.
Yeah, strong little left hand. Gets it to go. Thought he got a little foul there. Let him play.
That's the second time Bengaya's got Melendez on his hip down low.
Banks Sr. there. I thought he might have went over and back. That was a little close at the half-court line. Nice find out top from Brandon Wilkins. Little jab step from Free. He's been most of the offense so far. Shot clock violation. Couldn't get off the fingers in time.
Great defense by the Ohio Bruins there.
And that was close. That was Jalen Caffey on the late attack. Just a half second too slow, but he got a nice look at it.
A lot of times when you're watching a basketball game, sometimes people think, oh, well, it was great defense because of the on-ball defense. A lot of times when you get a shot clock violation, it's because of the off-ball defense that we just saw there.
I don't know.
Dez giving his 2 cents.
I was going to say, yeah, it looks like he knows him, as is the case a lot of the times around here. Jay Farrow looking to get the shake going. Pull up.
Great move and just such a beautiful shooter's touch there. You think he likes playing at this gym?
He does. Was that really? They say rhetorical question. I'm letting it rip. Dez's man. We'll have to find out who we got there.
Oh, great move by Bengaya.
Nice hands by Matt. Good find, A.J. Gorham from the right wing splash.
That's something that we needed to see a lot in the last time we were here at the Cave.
Yep.
We did not get those three-point shots to go down in that second game. Oh, man, out of control. Good call
Loose
there.
Ball, yeah, loose ball foul called on the floor. Number 31, that's John L. Free. He's been there.
Great move by Bengaya.
Yeah, and Free's we're gonna take a second here. John L. Free's gonna step off the court. Little dinged up on the play. Checking in, Mr. Trey Vaughn. 34 looking to provide some. He's tasked with guarding Jay Farrow. Welcome to the gym, Trey Vaughn.
He got out of that quick on that switch, didn't he?
Right. Like, let me get warmed up a little bit. But, hey, and a good block there from A.J. Gorham. Had a nice step through.
That was a good job of staying down.
Great pull-up by Melendez there. Just couldn't get the roll. It was a nice straight-up shot from the young man. Ooh, turnover from Gorham. Bad pass.
I was just going to say, he hustled back and played D so well there and then turned the ball over.
Nice pump fake and drive by Brandon Wilkins. And Gorham even tried late with the block, couldn't get there in time. Jose De Leon bringing it up for the Bruins. Working off the screen from Bengaya. Nice outside in action, excuse me. Little pick and roll.
That was a great job of recognizing that the defense was off. He gave the pump fake, and as soon as they collapsed, was able to find Bengaya cutting.
Yep, that's easy ball right there. Melendez from the corner. De Leon, good rebound.
You can hear Desmond from the sideline. Push it, push it, push it in these transition moments. Oh, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds,
yeah.
Maybe? I was just going to say that's a good way to get a transition bucket is to find Jay Farrow.
Yeah, Jay Farrow in the left corner. Just must have caught his heel on the outside there. Yeah, from the tough angle right in front of the bench here. Let's see, bringing the ball in. Number 33, Mr. Wilkins. All right, Vaughn bringing it up. Good hands by Jay. Little loose with the left hand is Farrow. Turns it over, headed the other way.
Looked like he looked up, just tried to find Evans at the last second, and then just lost the ball. And right there, Evans just right through the middle of Trayvon. Like he wasn't standing there.
We got Denzel King checked in for the Aviators.
Well, and as always, from doing these ABA games, you're going to get a couple of guys, as Akron does it right now on the court, that we have no clue who they are.
That's right. Just different jersey swaps. We'll have to do our basket the quarter break. Little long there. So Malik Evans gets in, checks into the game. Long shot there. Matt Bengaya off the mark.
Well, Bengaya there has the size and the speed there on a mismatch. I thought I'd like to see him take that just to the rack.
Good take
there by 5.
Baseline. A.J. Gorham played some good defense, but yeah, just got him beat. We got a tight one here. 15-13 at the 6-minute mark. Just inside, 5:43 to play.
We talked about energy, obviously coming off a back-to-back. The benefit there for the Ohio Bruins is they didn't have to travel.
Yep.
So we'll see if that affects Akron. They're hanging in there right now, and they're really playing well together, communicating and using what energy they have right now to hang in this game.
Gorham working down the right wing. Jay walks the baseline, clearing it out for Bengaya. Must have just hands on the backside, it sounds like. Trey Vaughn. Just a little too much action there. Got to move the feet.
Well, and Ulmer, he's going to be more of a guy who's going to take that body and pound it into you. Whereas Matt, you're going to see a lot quicker moves from Matt. A lot more slippery, if you will.
Smooth.
Smooth, yes.
All right, yep, 5th foul here in the first quarter. All right, they're just checking real quick.
Good job by everybody getting on the same page there.
So it's 8 in the first half then. All right, no free throws just yet. Nice skip pass by Bengaya to find Farrell. Spotted up in the corner, in and out, tap-in rebound.
That was a beautiful skip pass, you're right. Can't quite hit, and Bengaya rewarded for the original find.
All right, Aviators.
Nice job by Evans.
Yep.
Nice job there. Getting up in the passing lane and then recovering quickly to affect the actual pass. Great job there by Evans.
All right, checking back in is number 23, Jalen Caffey. For the Aviators, still got John L. Free sitting out over there.
You're right, and he's been out for a few minutes now.
Yeah, maybe he's getting the rest of the quarter break. Keep an eye on it. Jay Farrow, though. Strong left hand, I'm driving.
Great take. And again, Bengaya there to provide the offensive rebound.
That little 1-2 action. Aviators skip it ahead. One-on-one. Nice, strong take to the rack. Good transition bucket from the Aviators there to keep the game within 2.
Well, Bengaya tried to time that up similarly to Manzi earlier, and Six just kept going. He didn't hesitate, and he was able to beat Bengaya there. Now a turnover.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, 19-17. That's what I thought. Yep.
Now we're getting our first look at Gary Hoover. He was such an integral part of this team last season. He and Jay Farrow, both all-stars.
That'll be Gary rocking the 32. And we've also got, let's see, number 11.
Ant McDaniel.
Yeah.
Ant's going to just wear a different number every game.
I was going to say. That's why it helps having you here, DJ. You know all these dudes.
Well, and right on cue, as soon as he comes in, first possession, Gary Hoover, a defensive rebound.
Yep. And yeah, you can tell just, I mean, noticeably adds some size to the floor. And that gives, you know, Ulmer Manzi a break. I remember a couple weeks ago, or about a month ago now, Manzi was doing a lot of floor time.
Right.
Shot clock violation.
Now.
All right, that's what that. Yeah, got to keep them on our toes here.
Yeah.
Shot clock violation. Everybody just yelling. All right, media timeout, folks. We're going to take a quick break here on the Yamo Media Sports Network. We'll be right back with the rest of the Ohio Bruins. .53 to play, 2-point game. Nice, tight affair here in the building, and that's number 34. That is Sable Cooper. We got our correction there, so another new addition to the Aviators.
Hey, that media timeout helps melt more than just the guys out there on the court.
Helps the media. Jalen Caffey, a little pump fake, nice drive by Malik Billingsley. Lets one rip as the shot clock coming down. Quick the other way. McDaniel, nice
pass.
pass.
What a find to Hoover.
Yeah, Hoover tries. Ooh.
Barely ran out of real estate.
Yeah, he had about 1 foot kind of dragging in. And there's a little so they called it Ohio Bruins ball. Somehow that was off an Aviator, so you got a little uproar from the fans.
Oh yeah, every Bruins fan knows that went off the Aviators.
Got a few fans getting in on the action. Matt Bengaya just can't get it to fall. And quickly the other way for the Aviators, running the floor well at number 6, Rayvon Taylor. And here we go the other way, McDaniel. Nice stoppage by Cooper to hold up the fast break.
Great ball movement there by the Bruins. Unselfish to find the guy.
And it goes in. Off the top of the board. Matt Bengaya, no dice, out of bounds.
Bengaya's been very aggressive in this first quarter.
He has, yeah. I mean, he's got a good chemistry with several of his teammates. And he's just got that knack for finding voids, getting rebounds, and he keeps himself in good position, like you were talking about that smooth footwork earlier. Here we got coming the other way. Evans drops it off for McDaniel and then rolls inside. Nice spot up by Malik Evans.
That's a great flash. I mean, he was in between the elbow and the block there. You can't ask for a better position. I'm going to get Evans now on the block.
I thought he said 2-1 block. I was like, all right. Number 1 block on Malik Evans. All right, couple of minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Thanks again for tuning in out there. I always appreciate you. Live from the cave. Ohio Bruins basketball as we've got Malik Billingsley. Finds his man Cooper on the left. Little pump fake. Good defense. Ooh. Good defense from Bengaya, calling him with a block again.
Maybe they were going to get him with a kick ball there instead of the foul, but they say they bodied him.
All right. If they say it, it is so. Jalen Caffey taking it out in front of the Bruins bench. Gary Hoover on it. Nice switch there from Hoover and Bengaya. Sable Cooper looking to shoot. He's just got his eyes on that rim, in and out.
Well, that was a good job. They pulled Gary Hoover out, keep him away from the defensive rebound. They nearly got an offensive rebound out of it.
Nice way to keep that alive by Rayvon Taylor. And good recovery there from Malik Evans, who just can't finish, can't get the roll. Great take. Caffey the other way.
Oh, he walked.
Oh, calling the hands on the action. I believe that'll be on Ant McDaniel.
Ant bailed him out at the last second there. It looked like if he'd have just kept his hands off of him, the momentum would have kept him through for a travel.
Yep. Could have gone either way. I think Aviators ball. 16 on the shot clock, and he just lets it rip. Good tip, Jay Farrow, that long reach. Gary Hoover stumbling down the court.
He said he'd take it himself and finish.
And he saw a lot of wide open hardwood in front of him. There's one defender, I think, in the lane. That was it.
You want to talk about big and athletic? That's Gary Hoover, man. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that you'll see in this league that are as athletic as he is. Great finish by Farrow.
Speaking of athleticism,
right?
Jay Farrow. Well,
that's a nice little run.
Jalen Caffey on that previous possession, man. He made a nice, big, long 2 steps, able to keep it alive and get it off.
Absolutely.
We'll stick with you here through the short timeout.
That was a nice couple of minutes there for the Ohio Bruins here to kind of try to close out this quarter. And you saw, as he comes in front of us here for this timeout that Akron needed, Jay Farrow kind of trying to get some energy from his guys, telling them to wake up here, letting them kind of hang in there. And if you're the Ohio Bruins, right about now is when you want to put the pedal to the metal. Maybe here the last few minutes here of this first quarter and then beginning of the second quarter, really drive them down. And it seems like that's when they've separated against Akron.
Yep, you got a good 55 seconds. put the hammer down. We've said they've been patient so far.
Yes.
Normally it's just grab and go. They seem to be choosing and picking their spots a little bit, like with Gary Hoover.
Yes.
It seems like he just saw a whole bunch of floor in front of him, so he said, I'll take it.
Well, that's what happens when you get maturity on the court, guys who have worked and played a little bit of everywhere. And like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, it is not about from lack of talent. Right now it's just trying to get that chemistry together if you're the Ohio Bruins.
Yeah. All right, back in it. 50 seconds to play. All right. It's an 8-second call, right, coming across half court.
Well, yeah, you got to have a little bit of coming, especially out of a timeout that you needed after not being focused enough to make a couple of stops. Just a boneheaded play there.
Yeah, just not thinking. So, yeah, they called the timeout, 5 seconds into it. So you got 5 seconds run off the clock. You got to get across half court in 10 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Jay Farrell just lets it rip. Bengaya, good save. Oh, good hands in the play there by John L. Free. Finds his man Taylor, give and go, and right back to him. Nice possession there by the Aviators.
That's a great job of finishing. That's something that you need. You need these transition buckets if this game's going to stay close. Oh,
nice
good find.
Dish. Jay Farrow for 2.
Great find there by Ant McDaniel. But that was because he was able to penetrate deeper, get the defense to collapse on him.
Rebound by Gary Hoover, finds Jay Farrow on the outlet, 8 seconds to play.
Oh, what a lob.
And you can see
Gary,
Jay
maybe
just
he just
smiling.
might need until the second or third quarter for that, get those game legs under him.
Oh, man. About got it on the full court at the buzzer. All righty, gang. That is the end of the first quarter here from the Cave. 27-19 Ohio Bruins lead. We're going to step aside on the Ohio Bruins Network, powered by Yamo Media Sports. All righty, fans, welcome back in to the Ohio Bruins and the Akron Aviators. Second quarter live from the Cave. Oh no, sloppy play here to open it up as one slips by De Leon. Unable to convert though are the Aviators. Jay Farrow, jab left, pull up, shoot. No good. All right, quick pace here to open up. Second.
For sure. Got to slow down a little bit if you're the Ohio Bruins.
And we were just talking about how nice and patient they were.
Yeah, right? That was such a great last 2.5 minutes of that first quarter to build this lead now and stretch it out. And it was just because of that. Patient, finding the open guy, and right now a little bit one-on-one going on.
All right, 11:05 to play. Bruins leading 27-19. Pulling it out, number 5, Malik Beasley, taking his time. He's got Gerald Farrow in his face, working off the screen. John L. Free's going to let it rip. Just off the mark. De Leon, outlet, skip pass, pull and shoot. A.J. Gorham, just short.
It's a great open look, and he had Gary Hoover underneath. I like that shot in transition.
Yeah, that was a good ball movement, good possession. And here we go, 3-on-2, skip pass, pull the trigger, Anthony McDaniel.
Automatic Ant. Big shot there, and that's a huge timeout for Akron.
Automatic ant. 30-19 here with 10:24 to play in the second quarter. Quick timeout from the Akron Aviators.
And you can see the first, 7 or 8 minutes of that first quarter, Akron was doing a great job with energy, with being engaged, talking on defense. And ever since then, now the Ohio Bruins are starting to put together multiple back-to-back possessions. So if you're Akron, you've got to do everything you can to hang on here, because this is about the time that things got out of hand last night.
Well, and I mean, yeah, we're $1:30 into the second quarter. That's a quick timeout. And we're going to bring Melendez back on the floor. See how he's vibing with his new teammates.
Well, Melendez might be in a very similar situation as Gary Hoover. No, not from a lack of talent, but trying to get together the schemes, the players, and the tendencies of your new teammates. It can be difficult.
Man, you bet. Aviators working on the right side. Turnover there. Banks Sr. thought De Leon got him on the hands. But good pressure.
Great pressure there.
Billingsley forces the turnover for the easy layup. Good defense there from Malik Billingsley.
And that's something that's been a little inconsistent in the games we've seen so far, is the guard play from the Ohio Bruins. You know, again, a lot of talent on this basketball team, but lapse of judgment here a couple times early in this second quarter have led to turnovers.
Yeah.
And a quick shot in the shot clock there.
Right. Driving down, Matt Banks. Skip pass.
Getting an early look at Danny Pacheco.
Hey, all right. Yeah, speaking of guard, I was just looking down there, too, see who we haven't seen.
Great defense there. Right on cue.
Well, Dez is playing coach tonight. He wants them to push it. Man, Danny's a good one to put in there and have him push it. All right, Matt Bangaya checking back in for Jose De Leon, who says, what the heck, man, I want back out there.
And that was a great job on defense by the Aviators. Farrow does that little sidestep so much and gets a foul call a lot of times. That was a good job of either almost getting the held ball but forcing the travel instead.
Billingsley right wing with Farrow in his face. Nice jab left. Comes back across. Good drive by Melendez and good find from Billingsley.
And that was a good job. He had to hesitate because Billingsley originally lost the basketball before he actually cut down the lane. Great knowledge there by Melendez. Oh, he got away with a push there.
Yeah, created a little space.
And unfortunately, you know, it is what it is. When you're the size that Danny is, he's not going to get the benefit of the doubt on a lot of that stuff.
Nope.
But he was pushed nonetheless.
All right, at the line, number 33, Brandon Wilkins. Off the foul from Danny Pacheco. On the floor, Pacheco, Farrow, Gorham, Bengaya, Hoover. Knocks down the first. 30-25, 8:45 to play here in the second quarter.
You know, this is a game where if you're the Ohio Bruins, you're trying to win to get back to 500. But also, you're trying to figure out with some of these different lineups we've seen here early, what do you got here as we're going to get deep into January and February with some of these league plays?
A.J. Gorham from the left wing. Pump fake. Just slips out of the hands of Pacheco. Quickly the other way is Wilkins. Banks. Quick fire. Can't get it. Brandon Wilkins with the rebound. Dumps it down inside to Jalen Caffey for the bucket.
Well, if you're the Ohio Bruins, you got to get back there on defense. You can't leave Danny underneath trying to block out 3 different Aviators.
Ooh, slips through the hands of Gary Hoover. The other way, 3-on-2. Hard foul by Malik Billingsley, and he's on the floor flexing. And little chitter chatter here on the hard foul as we got some energy from the Aviators. They're happy with the play from their man Billingsley.
Absolutely, rightfully so. That's what you got to do against Ohio Bruins, a team that you've struggled against a couple of times you've played them. Let them know, man, hey, we're here to play tonight, and we're not afraid of you guys.
Gary Hoover standing tall. Malik Billingsley going at it.
Good job by the referees of calming everybody down.
Yeah.
Great passion, though, from the Akron Aviators. And if you're the Ohio Bruins, you got to get some of that right now. This second quarter, you've come out very sluggish, quite a few turnovers, and just like that, it's a one-point basketball game.
Yep, 30-29. 8:04 to play here in the second quarter. They're clearing some things up. They're talking it out. All right, Aviators with some juice here. Maybe that'll liven up the Bruins too. I mean,
yeah,
give them some
absolutely.
spark to, but the momentum is on the side of the blue shirts right now.
And if I heard correctly when they were kind of trying to explain everything that just happened, it sounds like we did get a double technical. So one apiece. I'm sure that's on Gary Hoover, and then I'm guessing 21 Bank. Yeah, you're right.
He was down there in his face. After Hoover knocked Billingsley to the ground on the bucket. Yeah, Billingsley made it too. And he's at the line for the and one, trying to tie it. It's getting live. Got it. 30s. So yeah, Hoover knocked Billingsley to the ground, gets called for the foul. And then a little chitter chatter. Banks came over, got in Hoover's face.
And thus far, this game has been all about 2 to 4 minute runs for both teams.
Yep. Good ball movement from the Bruins. Flat shot from McDaniel.
Yeah, you got to make that if you're Ant McDaniel. That's why they got you in there.
Brandon Wilkins for three.
Big shot. I mean, that's about a 10-0, 12-0 run here now.
Last I had was 27-19.
Okay.
Got up to probably 30-22.
Oh, great move by Ulmer. They're going to get him for the hook.
Ooh. Strong defense there from Denzel King.
And the Ohio Bruins, they need this media timeout right now. Got to regroup, got to figure out how to refocus here a little bit and calm down a little bit of this energy from the visiting Akron Aviators.
They're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, they are.
They got the fan section getting in on it. And as you can see, their bench is live and loud. So,
listen, this is what it's about, right? This is what this ABA is about. Sure, there's some times when this place is packed and it's a Saturday evening and the environment is as legit as a basketball game can be. But there's also nights like this where you're going to have to grind through a victory. And whether you're on the road or at home, you have to decide these are the type of games that you're going to need when you get into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think, we're talking 10-11-0 run there by the Aviators. Definitely got some of the momentum tonight.
And a lot of that has been just what you were pointing out earlier, a lack of focus now. The Ohio Bruins were so patient. They were doing such a great job in their half-court sets and then doing a great job of executing in transition. And now you cannot execute in transition when you are turning the basketball over.
Nope, sloppy turnovers. Nice take by Billingsley. Again, just can't hold on to the ball. And
then
little floater.
Man.
From King there.
Looked like King got away with a step, and then he was able to hit the baby floater and get the roll there.
Well, I'm not sure how Billingsley can go up for the shot and come down with the ball.
Oh.
Big hard foul on Manzi.
Well, when you're giving up size for King, you can't fault him for that.
Right.
I don't think anything was meant to be dirty there. He just had to let him know, man, you can't come down here unabated, big man.
Yeah, just bear hug him. And it was instantly helping him up.
Right. Now these are some big free throws, right? You're not going to decide the game necessarily right now, but you got to break some of this momentum that Akron has and start seeing the ball go through the bucket if you're Ohio.
Homer, will see if he can get things going.
Good shot.
Got one. All right, first Bruins points in a few minutes. As Manzi's going to step up and take his second.
with Manzi. Oh,
little late, little head stall right at the top of his shot.
Just couldn't quite get it.
Yeah.
Well, with Manzi and Bengaya in there right now, you got some muscle down low. You need to take advantage of that.
And maybe that's, switch it up entirely. But, hey, when Jalen Caffey's taking it to the rack like that.
Akron's doing a good job of forcing one of the big guys from Ohio out. And in that situation, they both stayed, and they did not make a decision until the last minute, and it was the wrong one, unfortunately. But they're doing a great job on that pick and roll of when the roller is coming, the Ohio Bruins are not rolling with him.
All right, De Leon checks back in. Anthony McDaniel's going to take a break.
And again, you can see now it's Omer Manzi trying to manufacture a little bit of energy in the building, getting on his teammates.
All right, missed free throw there. Jose De Leon finds A.J. Gorm on the right wing. Let's see what kind of action we can get. Some drive and outlet. Got him on the hands.
And that's a good aggressive play right there. That's what you need when you've been struggling a little bit down the court the last few times. Don't hesitate. Don't just move the ball around the top of the three-point line. Head for the basket and try to draw a foul. These back-to-backs, they're just as much about the mental part of this basketball game, if not more than the physical.
Yeah, there's a tale of very different stories from last night coming into today. With the 53-point blowout, too. 3-point game coming halfway into the second as Jose De Leon knocks down both free throws.
Well, it doesn't make it any less embarrassing getting beat like that if you're Akron, but sometimes a game like that, you just get rid of it.
Yeah, short-term memory loss, move on.
Good job there on defense of stepping up into the dribbling lane there and forcing the turnover.
Yep.
And that's what you need to do. Get some of these guys from Akron who aren't better ball handlers to have the basketball. Start forcing some turnovers. Great take by Bengaya. That was too easy.
Yeah, I was just going to say exactly that.
And again, you've got that size advantage right now. If you can get just that right there, some energy.
Yep, I think he got the timeout off first. But, man, good hustle.
Man, that was close to being a jump ball.
Yep. I mean, it was like right on it. Ooh, didn't get it off in time. Cool, just kind of a bang-bang play there. Timeout, grab, jump ball. And so they're erring on the side of jump ball, saying they didn't have both hands on it maybe at the time of the call. So jumping at the line.
And again, great job by the refs trying to get together and make sure they make the right call.
I will. It's a good job by the referee crew tonight. Sometimes things can get a little bit out of hand, but these three are doing a good job so far.
Well, and right there, man, I understand what Omer's trying to do, but also on top of that, if you're the guards from the Ohio Bruins, you've got to come get the basketball.
Yep.
And now because of miscommunication, not talking on the offensive end, they do the same thing and allow a lapse of judgment on defense.
And now they got to try and figure it out, at the volleyball line after the play.
And again, that's just working through that chemistry, working through kind of getting an idea of what's going on. But again, trying to figure out what is that best basketball play there. And in that instance, like I said, the point guard's got to come. De Leon's got to come get that ball.
Got to stay coachable, man. All right, at the line again. All right, clearing something out here. Okay, back at the line. 31, John L. Free. Getting things settled down. Aviators still with the three-point lead. Oh, no good. All right, 5:40 to play here in the seconds. John L. Free coming up with a big turnover.
Akron's doing a great job of pressing. And again, no one's coming to the basketball. That time, Farrow needed a flashback to help out De Leon. Bengaya just took it himself there. That's one way to break a press.
Yeah, they got the Bruins a little bit rattled here. Aviators with all the momentum. And here we go. Malik Billingsley from deep.
I know that would have been a big shot with momentum right now, but you got to get a better shot. Nice job in transition there by Farrow to find De Leon.
Fouls on Banks. Ooh, must have called him. Okay, I'm not. All right, and one.
That's why that's such an important shot right there that Billingsley took and missed, because now you, in transition, are getting a foul on the other end, and De Leon has a chance for the three-point play and a chance to give him the lead after all of this.
All right, Bruins finally regain the lead for about 4 minutes. And here we go. Aviators just beating the Bruins down the floor. That's
they really are.
To it. I mean, there's no reason Billingsley should be catching the ball in the corner, you know, basically behind coverage, as it were. He gets that, and then he runs the baseline, and they got to come in and foul him.
Well, and especially when he's been the one who's been the aggressor all of this second quarter, you would think you would be trying to figure out where he's at and finding him in transition.
I mean, you can hear it from these guys. They're just frustrated. What's going on? They're gonna need a halftime.
And that's what it's all about. You're making your adjustments, not only in game, but also obviously at halftime. And if you're the Ohio Bruins, it's all about trying to figure out what group of these guys are going to mesh the best.
Tie game, 40-40. 5 minutes to play. Matt Bengaya. Good shake and drive.
And Hoover finally gets a call. He's been getting bounced around down there. And right now, you know, here you go. We talked about, hey, the guard play hasn't been great right now. We're not doing a good job of staying focused. So what does Coach Desmond do for the night? He takes all the guards out, and we got a big lineup in there right now.
Well, yeah, the guards are just doing too much talking. Trying to figure out what went wrong instead of moving forward.
And in most cases, almost always in basketball, you're going to go as your point guard goes.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier, I mean, like, you know, the thing about back-to-backs is, you know, your heads.
Yeah.
The Bruins are just beating themselves right now. And they still got a 1 point.
And they still, right, exactly. And that's thanks to the big men being able to shoot free throws between Bengaya, Manzi, and now Hoover.
Yep. All right, Banks with Gorham on him. Haven't called much of AJ Gorham
by Gorham there.
Yep. Good force to the corner.
That's a great job of riding him right down the line there and then funneling him right into the big man, Gary Hoover.
Jay Farrell wide open. Needs this one. Got it.
That is exactly what Jay needed, and that is exactly what the Ohio Bruins needed. And if you're Akron, I mean, just how frustrating does it have to be? You played an almost impeccable 6 minutes to start this quarter, and now you're still down 5.
Game of runs, right? Bruins putting together a little run here. Gary, that was pretty good blind defense by Brandon Wilkins, actually, to just throw his hands up. He knew the ball was coming. Gary Hoover made the play. Nice behind the back, slicing through 3 guys, and an amazing behind-the-head pass to find John L. Free.
But again, no one's stepping up to stop that basketball. It took 3 guys to converge on him, and obviously when you got 3-on-1, you're going to be able to find an open player there, and Akron was able to.
Yeah, pretty good defense. That was just a great play by Billingsley. And here he goes again. Drive and make something happen.
And if you're Ohio, I mean, listen, there's a reason we're up here and we're not down there, but if you're Ohio, the guy has not used his left hand in the entire second quarter. They've got to start funneling them just similarly to what they did the possession before, to the left.
Yep. So, well, sometimes it's easier to see from up here than when you're on the floor, too.
Well, and easier said than done, right?
That's always
I don't know about you, but I know I can't go out there and do that.
All right, quick timeout on the floor. We're going to step aside here on the Ohio Bruins Network, powered by Yamo Media Sports. Welcome back to the action. 3:35 remaining here in the second quarter. Malik Billingsley at the line shooting 2. It's up, in and out. On the floor for your Bruins. Number 1, Malik Evans right here. A.J. Gorham at the top of the key. Jay Farrow, Gary Hoover, and Matt Bengaya. Billingsley, tough off the backboard.
Trying to bank it in.
You could see him just kind of giggling. He looked over at Dez, is talking smack. He knew he missed the mark there. Hoover, right wing, looking for that entry pass to Bengaya. We're going to reset, see if Gorham can take a different angle. Yep, good charge by Banks.
Well, you could see Gorham trying to cut straight across diagonally in the lane there. Did not take into account Akron defenders.
Well, maybe just a little late on the find. Evans down on that low block. Gets rid of it a little earlier. Melendez got Bengaya down on the paint. And a little handsy there from Cooper. But they're going for the ball.
That was a great job by Gorham baiting him into there. Kind of sagged off a little bit on defense to help.
All right, 3:01 to play. 5-point lead. Bruins still hanging on. Malik Evans, everybody spread out down low. One high, 4 low. Hoover at the elbow. Bengaya working that low block. Nice step through with the left hand through traffic. And he gets the bucket, is good. Matt Bengaya shooting the and one. You could hear those slaps as he stepped through.
Oh, yeah. Well, but what did they do that time? To your point, that's the first time really here in the last few minutes that we've seen them go into a half-court set there. Get the ball moving around, get some mismatches off of some picks, and they were able to get 2.
Taylor, the top of the key, drives to his right. Size advantage. Gorham's got the length on all these guards, and he's forcing them out. Good step in on the defense by Gary Hoover to force the travel.
And that's the second time in the last couple of minutes that Hoover has done that. Again, if you're a guard and you can funnel that offensive player either to the sideline or to one of your big men, it's going to only help you out.
McDaniel checking back in. Malik coming out. 11 for 1.
It's going to be a big 226 for both teams. If you're Akron, just keep doing what you've been doing, chipping away, get into some of these 50-50 balls and hang in here. And if you're the Ohio Bruins, if you can throw together a 4 or 6 point run right here.
Yeah, close the leader, extend the lead, and Rayvon Taylor with the good hands. Trying to find the trailer. John L. Free from the right wing. Pump fake and drive. Ooh, blocks himself with the rim. Good hustle play by Banks Sr. Free getting another chance at it.
And again, getting to all those 50-50 balls, and sometimes when you do stuff like that, you get a little lucky. Man, Melendez just comes flying in to grab the offensive rebound. Can't grab it. He just kind of tipped it straight up into the air, and somehow it went in.
I don't know who tipped that in, if that was Melendez or if that was off of like Bengaya, but great bucket. They'll take it. Gary Hoover backing him down. Nice take by Gary Hoover.
So quick with that step there.
His own.
We talked about that all last season in our telecast, just how quick he is with that step. I mean, he can take a shot, land, and be back up in the air before that ball hits the rim. Great move there. Wow.
Yeah, it was a tough shot by Cooper.
Cooper, I apologize.
Yeah, Sable Cooper. That's always those high banks off the backboard. It's a good touch. Jay Farrow. Ooh, I thought he about stepped out. Quick pop for 3, Jay Farrow.
I was just getting ready to say, you know, Banks has done such a great job. We have not really mentioned Jay's name, and then all it takes is just a little separation.
Yep, just a couple here and there.
And, of course, anybody who's ever seen Jay play knows he doesn't need much of that separation.
Late trailer.
Oh, okay. Ant McDaniel. Usually driving's not his game, but that's a great job there of finishing with the offhand by Ant.
Yeah, light foul on the play, but we'll take it. Shooting the and one. And there you go. The Ohio Bruins extending that lead a little bit here with 52 seconds remaining.
That's what we just talked about. If you're Ohio, you just keep putting these defensive possessions together and starting to force some turnovers, getting some buckets in transition. And Akron's just trying to weather this run here to hang in here before the break. Nice job of finishing the three-point play there.
Got it. 10-point lead, 50 seconds to play.
Ant's used to hitting a three-point play, just not like that.
Yeah, all right. Get him however you can. John L. Free with Gorham's hand in his face, up and off the backboard. Luis Melendez.
No call there off the backboard.
I was wondering why they just let that one go. Nice hustle play by the Aviators.
That is exactly what has kept them in this basketball game. Again, getting to all the 50-50 balls.
Well, and you'll notice there were 4 blue jerseys, and Gary Hoover was, saving it back to them.
Yeah.
Because he's the, and I get it. That's what the Ohio Bruins like to do is run the floor. But occasionally you got to have a dude hang around.
Oh, absolutely.
Stick with those plays.
That's just good job of coaching there by Akron to coach their guys up to understand, listen, we can't get it in an up and down game. We've got to try to grab some of these offensive rebounds and give ourselves a chance for some easy buckets.
All right, we got 22 seconds left here in the second quarter. The Ohio Bruins taking a quick timeout, kind of see if they can put together a plan. I assume limit it to 1 possession, maybe 2, if you can get one back. 8-point lead, we'll take it. I'm surprised that the Aviators hanging with them quite as well as they are, but like I mentioned, the Bruins kind of beating themselves, but we'll see. What do you think they're going to drop coming out of this out-of-bounds set, the Aviators?
I think if you're Akron, you've got to get a high-quality, high-percentage shot. You cannot give this ball up real quick and allow, just to your point, the Bruins to score multiple times, maybe not just once.
Right. All right, we're going to turn it right back around to the action here. All right, Bruins. Yep, spread the floor, hold one last shot, it looks like. A.J. Gorham back to McDaniel for the long 3. Way off the mark. And they'll give the Bruins one last shot here with 6 seconds left.
I'd like to see him swing that around one more time, man. Maybe try to find an open guy.
Yep.
Because just to that point now, a 3-point bucket here, and it's a 5-point game at the break.
A little early on the shot.
It was a little early. I think he didn't realize he could have taken another step or two.
That's all good. Yeah, he's a little mixed up there, but hey, no worries. Bruins rolling in. It's 57-49 here at the end of the second. Bruins will take this 8-point lead into halftime, drop some plays, and we got a short 10-minute halftime, folks. We'll be back in about 9 minutes here on the Ohio Bruins Network, powered by Yamo Media Sports. All right, welcome back in, fans. We are just about to start the second half of the Ohio Bruins and the Akron Aviators. Bruins 8-point lead at the moment. It's been a fairly close match.
Yeah.
Bruins a little flat here and there, showing some good bursts, but on the other side of that, giving up some good opportunities for the Aviators. And we're going to turn around and get into the action.
Yeah, you're right, man. I mean, if you're the Ohio Bruins, you got to be feeling great about having this lead, especially as bad as you've played in that first half. Good take, Ulmer.
And it was just in bunches,
And if you're Akron, got to weather these runs a little bit by the Ohio Bruins and just continue to do what you've done, which is to force turnovers. Good job by both teams coming out solid here.
Jalen Caffey for the Aviators, knocking it down there. And as always, big shout out to my producer, Adam Dell, here for the Yamo Media Sports Network. And our guy, Rich, on cam. Rich getting in the action. And, of course, DJ Minton, my guy doing color commentary. It's always good to have you here, DJ.
Oh, you ruined it by mentioning me. I was going to say the best in the business, and then
Nice little drop-off, De Leon. Curious to see if they're settled down a little bit. They just need to – it's just mental, man. That first half, they were just not there mentally.
And it happens. I mean, listen, we talk about these back-to-backs, but also we're all human beings here. It's the holidays. It's a stressful time of the year sometimes.
Always.
And right? And you got to come in here and you got to be able to be focused for the 2 hours that you're here. Find that escape. Good offensive rebound. Considering that they have such a big lead, that is something that Akron did a great job in the first half, was limiting them to one shot.
Yep.
Great take by De Leon. He had a nice take there in the last minute of the first half as well.
Can get to the bucket quick. Chaffee taking it for the Aviators. A nice take there. Gorham with the good defense, too.
A little
great
better possessions there. And a good job of just fending them off with that elbow.
That was a good screen by Manzi, and way to fight through it by Melendez to come away with it.
If you're big guy, you got to get that up in the air a little bit. Let Ulmer take advantage of his height. Oh, wow. Great start. Great start.
Tied it up 61-62, excuse me. Or 61 all. Yeah, it's all right.
Jalen Caffey doing a great job coming out here, getting the Akron Aviators right back in this basketball game.
Yeah. Good defense by Melendez to just stand tall as he had Manzi just turn right into him and slipped his feet out.
Slowly but surely, you're starting to see Luis Melendez really start to make his mark. We saw him a little bit there in the end of the second quarter scoring, and now on the defensive end here to start the second half.
Everybody getting comfortable finally. This will be be entirely different half of basketball.
Absolutely.
And you just mentioned it, man, Melendez. Nice take there, the reverse finish.
Well, we're starting to see some of the reasons he was playing in Puerto Rico right there.
De Leon off the mark, but Farrow
can't quite hit.
On the rebound, a big slap there. Chaffee going for the board, too. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was Chaffee's three down here from the corner. Looked like a three, but I think they called that a two. Yeah. Billingsley, let's keep this train moving.
Right.
Let's roll. And I do see the coach in the building, Mr. Christopher Anthony.
I know that the University of Cincinnati played today. His son is a part of that basketball team. He might have been trying to do a little double duty, dad and coaching.
I did not know that.
C.J. Anthony.
Playing for the
Harvest
old
Prep
Bearcats,
product.
Huh? Okay. I bet he's a tough basketball player.
Oh, 100%.
Coming from just the way his dad coaches. All right, Omer Manzi at the line. Nice touch, Omer. Smooth rip. Love that when you can hear the swoosh of the net.
Well, we talk about it a lot in these telecasts. Yes, there's a lot of athleticism out here, but there's a lot of high basketball IQ out here, too.
See, there he is, a little smoother. When he gets to the top of that finish, that one he missed, he hesitated a little bit, locked that wrist. Not quite
a little 2K glitch there that he had earlier.
Nice drop behind the back pass.
Caffey is human. He missed.
I like Caffey's blind defense, just running around, jumping, throwing his hands in case, throwing the long pass to Omer Manzi. And he stands tall. I think they call that a charge.
Yeah, they did. And again, Jay Farrow just a little bit out of sorts tonight. He's done a great job of being productive still, stuff that might not be in the stat line, but as far as offensively and seeing the ball go in the basket, just a little bit uncharacteristically off tonight.
All right, Banks Sr. moving up the right side. De Leon trying to wolf him a little bit.
The name you just mentioned is part of the reason that Farrow's had such a tough night, though.
Yep.
Give credit where credit's due there for Akron.
Dude, I mean, and Jay's got 4 or 5 inches on him.
Easily.
But Banks is.
De Leon finally got that foul he's been looking for 2.5 quarters.
You are right about that. Good call on the 4. Media timeout under the 8-minute mark. 7:55. We'll stay with you here. This one will be nice and short. Curious to see what the Ohio Bruins come out after that. Coach Anthony stepping right in. He knows what he's doing.
It's a pretty good job there by both teams there in that first 4.5, 5 minutes there. Not a lot of turnovers. Good possessions. And I think you might be right, man. We might be in for quite a dogfight for the rest of the evening tonight.
The end of the halftime score, I have 57-49. Has this been mostly Bruins open it up, or the Aviators open it up right to start this third quarter out?
Well, you talked about it at the beginning of the third quarter. It's been a game of runs, right?
Yep.
Both of these teams been going on these 3 to 5, 4 to 6 minute runs.
And there's a good shot of the Bruins huddle.
And it seems like coming out of the half, one thing that we have noticed with the Ohio Bruins, they got a little bit more energy. They're focused a little bit more as far as being engaged with each other, and it's a little more positive.
Yeah, it's not just who's doing this, why weren't you there?
Yes.
I thought he was going to do that. You should have done this. You should have done that.
And sometimes you just got to be reminded of that, you know. You just got to be reminded just what we talked about. We played sloppy and we're still winning.
Yeah.
Great move there by Gorham.
Yeah.
Great hesitation to act like he was going to pull the ball back. Was able to gain a little bit of separation.
Well, and they closed out the second quarter well. That gives you gives you the right, right kind of vibe going into halftime.
You know, I'll be interested. We'll have to try to remember, and you got a little bit better memory than me, so maybe you can remember this. When the little bit of the altercation happened with Gary, great bump take with Gary, and it's slipping my mind, the Akron guy he got into it with. What was the score and what was the difference, man? Was that about the turning point? Because you had kind of said something about, well, maybe this will help Ohio kind of get more engaged. And it seems like maybe right around that time, it seems like is when they kind of really started to get more focused. Maybe woke up the Bruins.
Matt Bengaya knocks it down. A smooth touch from the lane.
The thing you got to be impressed with in the games that we've seen from the Ohio Bruins anyway is even when they've struggled like a night like tonight, or when they struggled in that second back-to-back when we saw them about a month ago, they're getting good shots. They're just shots that aren't quite going in, right? So we're hoping that, you know, come January, February, March, you'll get a little more of your basketball legs under you, and those are going to just be gimmies. Because, you know, Bengaya, as he goes to the free throw line, that comes to mind immediately. He's had a couple of tough shots that have gone in, and then a few that just haven't quite fallen for him.
As Banks Sr. comes close off the mark, De Leon comes away with the long rebound. Nice
Great
step.
take by Jose. Nice job. And you can see Coach Anthony telling him, get up, full court right here. Let's get a little bit of pressure here.
Yeah, Bruins haven't done a lot of pressing and not much pressure even in a half-court defensive set. As you can see, a lot of the defense is lagging behind within the perimeter.
Well, and this seems to be the tipping point. Every time it gets to about 6 or 8 point lead for the Ohio Bruins, Akron grinds away and comes back out with a couple of big possessions, and there you go if you're Ohio. Great turnover.
Yeah, good hands by De Leon. Good take by Farrell, but good defense by Banks. Gonna
give it to Farrell. Nice.
Yep. All right, Banks on the block. I thought he was planted just a hair late.
Well, I think what might have happened, Jay, we talked about it earlier, Jay does such a good job of almost kind of creating space by sliding.
Yeah.
And he can convert his body sideways a lot of times, almost in between defenders. And I think that's what happened there. I think you're right. I think Friel had the positioning, but unfortunately, just that last second athletic move there by Farrell allows him to draw a block.
And just, bang, bang.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Farrell gets the free throw in the and one.
That was a big three-point play for Jay.
All right, quick sub after a free throw. Going to bring Rayvon Taylor in as Banks is going to take a seat.
If you're Akron, you're down, 11 now? You got to make sure that these next few possessions are, man, and they got a good look. That's what I was going to say. The next few possessions are high percentage shots, and they got that.
Yep. Bruins, good ball movement inside. Unable to come away with it. Taylor, quick rebound. Billingsley for three, just short. Must have hit the board.
I think so. That's been a little bit of an inconsistent call. It's kind of hard for us when we're announcing to figure out what that was. Oh, that's just too easy.
All right.
Too easy.
Yeah, Farrow 1-on-2.
I know Billingsley has exerted a lot of effort on the offensive end, but you got to make sure you're staying in front of your guy.
All right, Akron maybe just a little out of sorts at the moment. Good defense by Gorham. Good recovery by John Elfree. Finds his man in the corner. Off the mark, stays Aviators ball. It'll help them out, see if they can get one in as the Bruins have extended this lead to 13.
Well, now all of a sudden the 50-50 balls seem like they're going the Ohio Bruins way.
Yeah.
And that's difficult when you're coming off of a, I know we're kind of talking about it ad nauseum about this back-to-back, but it is really just strenuous, and especially when you're the away team.
Nice take by Taylor.
That was a great take. You're right. Notice that he had multiple Bruins on the three-point line guarding guys. No one was crashing down there. And a great aggressive take there. Taylor's played well when he's been in there tonight.
He has played well. Looks like we got Sable Cooper going to be checking in. Taylor misses the first. Cooper in. Chaffee out.
We got Pacheco back in again for the Ohio Bruins. I think he was a little nervous the first time he was in there. I look for him to be a little more steady this time.
Yeah, Chaffee just just clumsily dragging on him a little bit. Gets called for the foul. Well, the other thing, these teams don't get a lot of practice time together.
No.
If any.
Right. I mean, if you're lucky, you're going to get one a week. Here and there, you might get a second one. But like we've talked about before, everybody's got jobs. Everybody's helping out in the community in some way, shape, or form. A lot of these guys have families. Good job, Danny.
Working it.
Nice job of staying under control, not allowing the talk by Billingsley to affect him, and eventually draws the foul. Billingsley laughing.
At least they're having a little bit of fun out there.
Hey, listen, that competitive spirit is what has kept Akron in this basketball game.
You bet. Big guy backs him down.
Oh, great find there. That's a nice unselfish play. A lot of times when you get a big guy down low, he wants to try to finish that play, and a good job of finding Evans cutting. Tell you what, Ant McDaniel has been extremely active in the moments that he's been in there tonight.
Yeah, pretty good balance of floor time here between the guys, too. I'd say pretty good rotation.
Well, you know, about a month ago or so when we were here, what was the big difference in that second game of that back-to-back? It was the bench did not contribute for the Ohio Bruins.
Yep.
And they're here tonight and they're engaged.
Yeah, we got a good solid 10-12 rotation rolling. Nice finish by Jay Farrow. Danny Pacheco causing the action on that, getting it going. Rocking the double deuce tonight. Looking like my guy Deuce Vaughn out there. Brandon Wilkins with the take into contact and one. Nice move by number 33.
Well, and it looked like maybe at the last second Ant left his feet to kind of body him and stay in front of him to maybe even try to go for a block. And if you're McDaniel there, just stay down. Just stay down in front of him. I don't think that he hits that shot otherwise. Able to finish the three-point play, though.
You know, and the Bruins are still missing a few dudes. I was looking at this. I haven't seen Thorne Stevens. I know Jesse Haynes ain't in the building. Myquan Knight. RJ Fair. Cam King, who got some playing time in that first game.
Well, and that's why we were talking about chemistry earlier, right? All these teams are going to have a core of 6, 8, maybe 9 guys that are going to be here every single week. You know, after that, you know, I'll be honest, it's kind of a crapshoot. And so you have to be able to roll with the guys who show up. But more importantly, you got to be able to get a good nucleus.
Matt Big Guy at the line, knocks it down. 15-point lead. The Bruins, I think they're the largest of the night.
I think you're right.
Off the mark there, Rayvon Taylor. Good way to recognize the opportunities there. And just one off the hip of Jay Farrow.
Jay saw the basket was wide open and just kind of at the last second took his eyes off that ball right off his hip.
Yep. And that was a good recognition there from Jay to step up at half court, cause some pressure, and then Matt McGuy to recognize and see, I got this turnover coming, and jump the route, as it were.
Well, for the first time tonight, you're starting to see the turnovers mount for the Akron Aviators and the transition points becoming easier. And that's a part of why they're up 15 now all of a sudden.
Yep. Yeah, it's really added up here in this third quarter in the last 8 minutes. 3:55 remaining. From the cave. Sunday night, we're already into December, my man.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, it is. Time flies when you're having fun. There's some version of that. But we're just getting into the season, you know. We're about a month in.
Yeah.
3-4 weeks. You know, we've got
This is about the time you start seeing teams start to find their identity, start trying to separate from some of the other teams in the league.
I was going to say, you know, December's kind of that. You know, if this were a PGA Tour, you got a 4-day weekend, you got a 4-month, you know, Thursday, or you got November, December, January, February.
You're right. Yeah, we're in Thursday, maybe getting ready to head into Friday here.
Yeah.
And if you're the Ohio Bruins, you know, Thursday was a little rocky, but Friday's starting off pretty well. Great defense again. Oh, and they're going to get him with a block. Man.
That's all right. Bring that energy. That's what Coach Anthony says. That's all right, man. Bring that big body into him.
Well, I think sometimes, too, you got to kind of take into consideration the handles, too. Billingsley has been losing the basketball quite a bit from being a little, you know, quick with the ball and being disheveled almost at times. And it's like, man, I think that one there.
Player out of control.
Yeah.
Loose ball foul. That's all right.
But to the credit of the refs, you got to call each play individually. So Melendez airballed.
Melendez getting his feet under him. I wonder if this is his first time to Columbus.
Yeah, that would be a good question. That's the beautiful thing about basketball. You get to travel all over the place, some of these guys.
Yeah, and granted, a lot of gyms are similar. It's still a good opportunity.
Well,
yeah, and so, here you go. Same thing on that same call.
Absolutely.
Evans just got called for it, and he just draws Cooper into the same foul. And I believe the Bruins are in bonus. And that's been one of the big things this quarter.
Yeah, for sure.
Is just, you say, a little sloppy, a little out of sorts.
Well, what Akron was doing a good job of in the first half was help defense and staying in front of the Ohio Bruins. Now they're not doing that. They're not getting that help defense over. And when you get out of position with your feet, you're going to foul, you're going to reach, you're going to use your body.
Yep.
I'll tell you the other thing, Ohio has done a good job here as they're building this lead. Yeah, we've seen a lot of turnovers from Akron and then finish. But, the other thing they're doing is they're executing at the free throw line. Every time they go to the free throw line, they're getting 2 points.
I was going to say, big guy knocked down all 3 of those. Evans hits his first. Second underway.
Beautiful.
Good find by Taylor. Good
Great run
finish
there
by Brandon Wilkins. Maybe on Melendez or
Yep. I was going to say
a little body on.
right.
Yeah, just kind of ice hockey, a little bumping into each other.
That was a great job by Akron finishing in transition on the other end, but I don't know that they want to start getting into a running match or a track meet here, especially down.
No, and for the last 3:20 in this quarter, you can make a push, but that's really playing into the Bruins' strength, and it hasn't been their strength tonight though.
No. And I think in the second quarter there was about 5 or 6.5 minutes to go, and we were talking about Akron was kind of in a dangerous spot.
Yep.
They are really in a dangerous spot right now. They've got to start putting some buckets together and getting some stops.
Good baseline take by Wilkins.
That's good defense by Danny. It just is what it is. He's given up, 3, 4, 5 inches right there.
And that, Bruins got to get a little bit of help side defense on that. Somebody's got to protect the lane. Jay Farrell stepped through and dropped. Far side is the call, number 6. He got Farrell on the arm as Jay was coming through and going up for the basket, it looks like.
Well, the help side defense came over. The issue was, and I don't know if anybody could pick it up at home, Jay was literally able to take his left leg and put it in between the defender's leg. I mean, he's halfway around you at that point.
It's nice moves by Farrell. Knocks down the first. Let's see, that's
Jesse Haynes there. So we got the young guys seeing some action in tonight.
Yep.
Kid from Dublin, Kaufman.
Yep. I just didn't see him on the bench over there.
Well, at this point, he might have been the last guy on the bench.
Might have just showed up.
That too.
I was going to say, number 99, Jesse Haynes, rocking number 10 tonight. All right, they're figuring things out real quick on that steal. Jerron Haynes recovered. Aviators came, poked it out of bounds. So what we're deciding is all right, give us just a second. We're gonna square things away. Let's get rolling. Jerron Haynes on the inbound. Malik Evans. Say ain't nothing they need to worry about anyway.
And Desmond's always going to be lobbying any way he can to get that basketball.
And I don't know what he means by 3D on that. He said there was no 3D on that.
I know that there is a rule when there's certain turnovers, depending upon where they are on the court, and my bad by just vaguely giving this rule here, but it becomes a situation where I do believe you can get 3 points. But, again, we're going to have to get that
who knows?
Kind of completely sorted out.
And to Jay Farrow's point of standing there saying, come on, guys, let's go. No,
right.
We're just, semantics, let's move it along. These guys got families. Big rainbow from 42.
That's the second time he's done that.
I think that's Denzel King again.
Well, and we've seen him come in a few times. And right now, with Gary Hoover in the basketball game, you got to go low if King's in there. Oh, he walked.
On a travel there from the Bruins coming around the wing.
And if you're Akron, this is when you make your run, right? We've got a couple of young guys in the game for the Ohio Bruins, and then they step out of bounds.
Got his back heel on there. It was Billingsley. Just a little sloppy over there on the far side of the court. Had a couple Bruins up in his face, though. All right, Jerron Haynes taking the ball out of bounds. Anthony McDaniel just across half court. They're just double-checking with the score clock, scoreboard. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Anthony McDaniel.
Well, if you're Akron, get a couple stops here. Get this thing down under 10 before you head to the fourth quarter. Daniel taking it. Hey, take a little bit of the, Ant's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's still bigger than King.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Take advantage of that height. Good job by McDaniel.
Yep. Brandon Wilkins again, who has just been on fire this third quarter. He might have their last 11 points.
I think you're right, and he is going to try to put this team on his back right now.
I think he's got their last 9. Strong take, Malik Evans. Ooh, poked away. Ticky-tack foul called on Akron there. But they'll take it. Fouls on 4-2 Big King. 1:24 to play. As Evans should be going to the line. Still trying to figure things out on the floor. But Malik Evans at the line, shooting 2. Ohio Bruins 11-point lead.
Again, the free throw's still going in. That's good.
That's crucial for the Bruins to be up by 12. Farrell knocking down a couple. Evans going to knock down a couple. They've made their last probably 9 out of 10.
You want to talk about a good matchup we got in here right now between Melendez and Hoover. And then Hoover, look at that. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, jumping over the back of Melendez. I guess they're going to call that on him.
Man, I thought maybe Gary did a good job of timing that out. Melendez backed into him there.
Obviously, you just see a little. I just saw Melendez give a good lean down.
Obviously, we're always going to want that call, but
right. McDaniel going to get up and play some defense. Evans jumps
nice job.
Good recovery by the Bruins. Jump ball.
And again, we talked about this happened with the Ohio Bruins earlier, right? Manzi had the basketball. He needed some help. Right there, King, if you're a guard from Akron, you got to come back. If you're Billingsley, you got to come back and get that basketball.
Yep, can't leave your man hanging. And that's exactly what they're telling him.
Sound like they got a technical. Who'd they call it on? Maybe got it on Ant McDaniel.
All right. At the line, shooting the technicals, number 33, Brandon Wilkins. Ant McDaniel maybe had some profane language directed towards a ref, is what it sounds like.
And that's huge because right there the clock is stopped, and instead of being down 12 or 13 heading into the next quarter, and now you can all of a sudden, with just what we talked about, right, with about a minute to go, you can try to figure out a way to get this down into single digits.
All right. There, another scoreboard change here. They're double checking. Make sure they got things tied up. All right, 1:13 left to play here in the third. All right, 89-80. Here we go. Malik Evans bringing it up.
And now now that after all the confusion, Akron does have it in the single digits.
All right, 33. Wilkins on the body. And that just, this stuff just really throws a chink in the pace.
Oh,
of
absolutely.
the game here.
Especially with the momentum right now. Akron just keeps trying to seize the momentum, and every time they do, they go down on the defensive end and create a foul.
Slogging up the gears a little bit. Bruins get it back to 10. That's kind of the nature of the ABA, though.
Hey, it bounced around everywhere, but that free throw streak's still intact.
Still got him. Gary Hoover got it. So important. As these final minute dragging on, 60 seconds remaining. Billingsley, dangerous play there. Able to find his guy just off the left foot there, I think.
And if you're King, you gotta sprint down to the block where you're going to be most effective. He keeps getting caught out here with the basketball, and that's just not his game. You got to know your strengths.
All right, Malik Evans, slow it up a little bit.
Great job there, hesitation.
There for Evans.
Well, and take advantage. Billingsley has exerted a lot of effort. Got him on a little jab step.
Nice take there by
Billingsley.
Billingsley.
Stop, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Great job there.
Calling that on Evans. That's got to be about the third or fourth on Evans.
I think so.
I just hear 4 from the corner, I think.
Well, just on the other end, we talked about what a great move that was by Evans. That's a great job of recognition, noticing that Evans was out of position and driving to the bucket by Billingsley. You can tell he's tired, though, from that free throw.
Yep. She's been on the floor about the whole game, this whole second half at least. At the line. Seconds up and good, up and short, excuse me.
Bailed out there. If you're the Ohio Bruins, you couldn't ask for anything better than that. Empty possession.
From the corner, long on the 3. Can't remember if that's Steve Freeman.
Reaching there.
Yeah, there he goes again. That's on Wilkins again. His second in just about as many minutes.
Well, if you're Ohio there, what you got to do is you got to, again, we've talked about this a couple times for both teams. You got to get your body in front of the defender. You can't just reach. You're going to get that call every time.
All right, looks like we're going to have it out of bounds. The free throw line extended. Wilkins, 15 seconds to play here. Looking for one last good shot for the Aviators. He'll drive and take the lane he's got.
And again, the help side defense collapsing way too late. They got to come up and help Jesse out from that. I mean, we talked about what a quarter Wilkins has had. I mean, you got to recognize that. And if you got a young guard out there on an island, you got to get out there and help them.
Oh, man. 3 straight misses
Akron.
for the Aviators. Those
and
are
it's
big
huge. The
free
clock
throws.
is stopped. You don't have to worry about losing time by scoring points here, and they just cannot convert.
Gets one, still down 12. 5 seconds left. Evans looking for a good shot. McDaniel wants the ball. Works off the screen from Hoover. Can't get it to go. Malik Evans misses at the horn. That is the end of the third quarter, folks. Ohio Bruins lead 93-81. We are going to step aside for just a quick minute here on the Ohio Bruins Network, powered by Yamo Media Sports. All righty, number 20. That's Bechet Standard. There we go. They change jerseys every game. We got to go down and ask.
We know Jay's 5, and that's about it.
And, you know, I haven't seen him in a month, so I don't
right.
It's hard to remember the face. Long rebound, Aviators, 12 minutes to get it together. Down 12. Oh, sloppy play.
Well, in the next 5 to 7 minutes.
Good shot of Manzi.
Yeah.
And Bengaya there. He just
frustration and the.
You can see it's all hand gestures. Just got caught
beautiful.
Sleeping again.
Beautiful. I was just going to say, you know, the next 5 to 7 minutes are going to be huge. You can't have a lot of empty possessions if you're Akron, and you got to get big, high percentage shots, and you can't get much of a higher percentage shot than that right there.
Jose De Leon for the long 3, and Manzi's going to get called. Ulmer getting a little sloppy here early in the fourth, excuse me.
Caffey's had a good second half. He had a really good first 3 or 4 minutes of that third quarter on the offensive end, played good defense, now getting involved.
Bringing it up, Banks is back in a little, and you can see frustration from Jay. Move your feet, not your hands.
Yeah. Again, just a half shuffle step there, and Jay, you're right in front of him.
Yep. Just putting in the work when you're tired late.
And Akron, that's not a shot. I know you're tired, and it's easy to settle for that deep of a shot, but you got to get a better shot than that.
Yep.
Especially now you're in transition, and you don't want that.
Nope.
That is exactly what you did not want.
Going to bring a little pressure here. Cause a turnover. So Gorham a little reach. Cooper gets into trouble, but able to bail himself out. Nice three-point shot from Brandon Wilkins.
Good second half and great game he's having.
That's a good answer. He's having a big second half. Nice slick there from A.J. Gorham. Finds Manzi underneath is what we're going to say.
And just like you can't have empty possessions, you cannot give up second chance points if you're Akron right now. Nice job by Ulmer.
Tough little reverse backwards layup there from Chaffee as well.
Yeah, great job of running. Nobody got back for Ohio.
Yep. Bengaya with the size advantage, trying to work him inside. Swinging around to Manzi. I thought Bengaya might flash to that low post.
Great couple moves there by Ulmer to draw the foul. Nice footwork. I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised that we have not been trying to throw the basketball down low all night long. I mean, we have a huge size advantage tonight between Gary, Bengaya, and Ulmer.
Yep.
And it just seems like we really, really could do a better job of getting that ball down there.
Yeah, Bengaya and Farrow have done a little inside-out game a couple of times in the first half, but we haven't seen it much since, and especially with Ulmer. I mean, yep.
Sorry to
go ahead. No, you're right.
You there. I was just going to say, when you're struggling shooting like Ohio has been tonight, let's get that floor opened up a little bit. Let those big men have some people start crashing down on them and getting some good open, easy looks from the elbow and from the three-point line.
Patience is not necessarily the Bruins' forte.
No, and a lot of times, guess what? That helps them be the team that they are. Yeah. But you're right. I mean, here and there, you really just gotta really understand where your advantages are, and especially on a second of a back-to-back.
Yeah, yeah. Jay getting a little handsy in there, and he's surprised again by that call. But I mean, come on, coming up the floor, you step right into him. They're going to call that every time. The optics just don't look good.
No, and that's a couple fouls.
Just two quick ones, yeah.
Last couple possessions.
But yeah, to the Bruins' point, at some point as a good basketball team,
yeah,
you've got to be able to slow it down, set up in a half-court offense, run some plays, set some screens, find the motion, and just a little off the mark there is Wilkins.
He says, my bad, and you heard Coach tell him we didn't need that. That's not what we needed. Those have been momentum killers for Akron tonight. It seems like every time they start to get a little bit of momentum and they can start to seize it, either a foul or a bad three-point shot. Good
hands there from Cooper, and good find from John Elfrey to Brandon Wilkins. Wilkins again doing all the hustling on the offensive floor for the Aviators.
What a great game.
We're
Good
still
job defensively there.
Good inside pass to De Leon. Not, all right. Maybe a little hands by Sable Cooper, and he said, I don't know, man, that wasn't me. A little slap on the hand, Jose De Leon taken out in front of his own bench.
There's been a lot of fouls in this second half.
Manzi.
Good take by Manzi.
Yep, just back him down.
And just what we talked about, throw it down to the big man. Let him go to work.
Yep. And his coach yelling at Chaff, you got to hold your ground. It's pretty tough to hold your ground. When you got Manzi backing you down. All right, Manzi, who knocked down his last 2 free throws, steps up to the line. A little long.
Finally missed a free throw.
All right, even the fans are getting in on it.
It's an intimate affair when we're here.
Most definitely.
I mean, if you're the Ohio Bruins, you got to be happy right now to be at home, to have 9 minutes to go and be up 10. Conversely, I think if you're Akron, honestly, I mean, yes, you got to start seeing the ball go through the bucket and make some stops. I think you got to feel pretty good about yourself, especially after what happened last night, to be on the road and to give this kind of effort to be 9 minutes to go and down 10.
Yeah, they're really not in too bad a position. Not ideal, but work with what you got. 9 minutes, 10 points. It's doable. Got to get some legs under them and breathe a little bit.
We're going to get the media timeout around, what, 7 or 8 minutes probably.
Yeah.
When you get to that second media timeout with 4 minutes to go, if you can have this.
Not making a pass. Lead your man. Pass this man. Go get him.
See what they can come up with. All right, coming out of the break, Aviators ball. Chaffee can move the baseline. Little pressure from the Bruins. Quick steal by Jay Farrow.
It's what he was been trying to do the last couple of possessions that he got called up for a foul, and he finally got it. Great take by Cathy. Oh, nice job by Bengaya, and they're going to call the block. I believe he was a little bit too far down below there.
He was way under the hoop, right? Yep, I agree with that. I think he was close to the baseline, but I mean, another good take by Jay Chaffee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At the line shooting the all-important free throws. See if he can cut it to single digits just off the back. Free throws are about the difference in the game tonight,
I was just going to say, as well as Ohio has shot, Akron, conversely, has not been good from the line tonight.
Good full-court game there from De Leon and Gorham.
Well, and that's the risk you're going to take. Nice job by Gorham. Good hustle. Here, De Leon just letting them know.
Yeah, and that's right. He's got to go. He's got to pick up one of the feet, right?
Correct. He's got to establish himself on one side of the court or the other before you can call that.
See some weird things here.
You do.
Nice take. Good steal by Manzi. Well, you see him just down there holding off Chaffee?
Absolutely. And if you're Akron, you got to fight through that. Even if you foul Manzi, you got to fight through that. Cannot give up these easy buckets.
And again,
now all of a sudden, and, you know, it was a, what, 8-9 point game, and now all of a sudden back up 15.
Yeah, Chaffee shooting that free throw to take it down to 10.
Yeah.
Couple quick buckets. John L. free for 3. Nice rebound and tip.
Nice job. He got the roll. That was beautiful by Cathy.
He just kind of held it.
Yes.
These boys can
applaud
play.
The effort there.
And down 12. 7:45. Lazy pass there. 7:45 to play. Media timeout. We'll stick with you here as we dissect and kind of talk about what they're going to do. And once again, for all those fans out there tuning in, we'd like to thank you for watching the Ohio Bruins tonight on the Ohio Bruins Network, powered by Yamo Media Sports. Once again, Ryan Dietrich and DJ Minton here on the call as always. And a big shout out to our producer, Adam Dell, and Rich on the camera. So we've got 7:45 left, 12-point game. Bruins just kind of need to hold tight. One thing I've noticed, Aviators dragging a little bit, maybe on the offensive end. We'll see what they can come up in this timeout.
Well, we're going to try to get to that next media timeout that we just talked about, right?
Yep.
So this next 3:45 is huge if you're Akron. You can't limp across this. And if you're the Ohio Bruins, yeah, you're kind of on cruise control, it seems like a little bit here, but just stay the lane that you're in right now.
Yep, the pressure, the full court pressure that Coach Anthony's turning on, I like that. Get across half court, slow them down a little bit. And then the Aviators, we've seen it, just shots hitting that front of that rim. You can tell their legs are just a little bit under them, so we'll see. 7:45 to go. We're going to turn around for the action.
Well, and to your point, they made great job there of making adjustments at halftime.
All right, a little late pressure here. Get the shot clock going. Big shot there from
That was
Sable
huge
Cooper.
out of the timeout.
Well, yep, Anthony's right on it. A little up-tempo. Matt Bengaya using his size and ability and agility.
That was pretty good defense by Billingsley, but Bengaya just too gifted.
Well, Gorham got just an arm stuck, just a hand stuck in there on the arm. As AJ got the foul.
We keep talking about guys trying to get into a rhythm, trying to get some momentum here for each team. That's hard to do when it seems like about every 40 seconds we've had a foul.
Yep. I mean, yeah, and then several. Good hands by Gary Hoover to get it going by. Matt Bengaya.
Ooh, got away with a walk there.
Yep. Just
There's
short.
Gary. His specialty. I was going to say there at the beginning of the first half, and I think he would do it if he would have played a little more tonight. Gary Hoover has played, and I believe he's only had 3 games as a Bruin where he hasn't had a double-double, and you see one of the reasons why he can do that is the offensive rebounds he's able to get. He's had probably 3 or 4 already tonight.
Yep. Tip ball, blue shirts, Akron Aviators. I kind of like those. Those are kind of just a class. Those are like McDonald's All-American.
Yeah. And like
blue,
you
red,
had
yellow.
pointed out on our other broadcast, got the plane going through the A there. Pretty cool. Nice job. Just what you needed if you were Akron, a second chance point. And if you're Ohio, that's how you got to close that out. This is how you need to kind of put the nail in the proverbial coffin.
All right, right back to it. 10-point game. And back to it, 12-point game.
They have no answer right now for Bengaya these last few trips. But again, not getting back on defense. That's been the Achilles heel tonight for the Bruins.
And that was a great bucket by Banks, shielding Farrow, and just that long left-handed high arcing layup.
That was a great play. You're right.
Yep, Gary Hoover saw that open lane. Nobody on the right side was going to drive at the same time. Cooper goes for the steal. Sable Cooper called for the foul.
To your point, that move is not easy. He made it look easy. That's a difficult play to look over your head to try to catch the basketball and then to finish with a defender hanging on you the entire time.
All right, we got a timeout on the floor. 6:11 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 10-point bucket's still where we're at.
Right.
We'll see if they can keep it going.
So if you're Akron the last minute and a half, you did a good job of not giving up any more ground, but unfortunately you didn't get any.
Yep. Not giving up any ground, but yeah, can't chip anything away. They got to stop them on the defensive end. See what coach can cook up. We're just about out of here. A little late tonight, 9:15 on a Sunday.
Well, that's the momentum and the pace of the game killers with the fouls, I think. You're right. I mean, most of the time by now we're seeing Ohio run up and down the court almost at will, forcing turnovers, making easy buckets. And tonight, to Akron's credit, they came to fight. They've been feisty.
All right, on the inbound. Ant McDaniel, Jose. Gonna spread the floor.
And if you're the Ohio Bruins, take your time. Get an easy shot.
Exactly.
Use that clock up.
I mean, drive and kick is the whole point of that offense. When you spread the floor like that, you know, De Leon moves it to McDaniel and then cuts through to the corner, and you just got to keep rotating guys, pushing them through. And McDaniel, he did this, about in the third quarter, same thing. Kind of just back down either Billingsley or Taylor, whoever was on him. Got just a little bit of size, and he knows how to use it and take the foul. Knocks the first one down, knocks the second one down. And again, I'll say it again, I think free throws really are probably the difference. I don't know if it's quite 12, but I bet the Bruins have made 8 or 10 more than the Aviators.
Easily. I think you're right.
Good rebound by Banks.
Yeah. Again, second chance points to keep yourself in the game. And again, if you're the Ohio Bruins, that's how you finish a team off, is right there.
Yep. You got to put the effort in on the defensive rebounds. Excuse me. Nice hands by Banks. All right, 5:32 to play. Jose De Leon, nice dish to Gary Hoover. Good hands by Hoover.
Wow,
1, 2, and 3.
Right? And it's that bounce back. How does he get that step? I mean, he's literally in the air as he's missing it, and it's hitting the corner there.
Right.
He's already back up in the air. And if you're Akron, you know, getting those second chance points, giving them up is just as important, if not worse, than getting them.
Yeah. That looks like that was off Chaffee to me, but they're going to call it off Bengaya, of course.
Well, we might be even now, right?
There you go.
I think we got a couple there in that first half.
All right, still a 12-point game. Just looking to keep things kind of the way we are. Hoover defending the low block. Chaffee turnaround jumper.
Good defense. An even better rebound. That was an important rebound for Ohio.
Well, and Banks just bounced off of him.
Good hustle there, though.
Yep.
And barely got that timeout in before the turnover.
Yeah, Dez and Anthony don't really like that one, but you got to just take it. They called it. 4:49 to play. 12 points.
12 points. And we're, 49 seconds away from the media timeout. And like we said, it hadn't gotten much worse for Akron, but it hasn't got better. And if you're the Ohio Bruins, just hang in there.
Let
these next 5 minutes melt away and get out of here with a victory.
All right, Dez getting a little education session from the refs.
Or given one, maybe.
Something like that. I do recognize, I've seen this crew a couple times. I remember working with them in Cincinnati last spring, at least with maybe the Warriors or the Dayton Flyers.
That's why, you talked about me knowing some of these Ohio Bruins guys. That's why it's good to have you. You know all these guys throughout the state of Ohio, traveled and done so many games.
We're getting there.
Well, it helps when you got the production value and the like you talked about, the producers and cameras that we're working with now. I know I can speak for myself and all the other Ohio Bruins. We're happy that we were able to get connected with you guys.
Oh, Gary Hoover.
Hustle. Almost like a safety there, nearly intercepted that.
Just didn't have that toe drag swag, as they say.
No Marvin Harrison Jr. there.
Nope.
And I think after today we can actually talk about Ohio State football again,
it's
right?
allowed
We're
again,
allowed to.
Yeah, that's most of my customers at the gym this week was a lot of,
Second guessing and questioning.
Yeah, Buckeyes will have their hands full. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But hey, man, you just need a chance. That's
right.
it.
Yeah, that's all they wanted was the opportunity, right?
You got a shot. Okay, see, and here's the same thing we were talking about earlier, where they want to have 2 seconds for them to get across half court. Let's just, keep it moving. Another one of the things that just hangs up the game. So, all right, 4:46 to play here. All right, be patient with us, folks. All righty, folks. Thanks for being patient with us.
Yeah, we got to try to learn some of this too.
Back on it. Rayvon Taylor gets behind the defense, finds Banks in the corner, can't convert. Farrow, good rebound.
Here, Coach Anthony trying to get him to push here, put together a couple of buckets here and really put this game away. And this is one way to do it. Yep. I'll tell you what, we talk about him struggle, but I believe that's a second or third three he's hitting this corner.
Yeah, that'd be a second.
Wouldn't we all like to have a Jay Farrow struggle? You know, we talked earlier about Akron and Melendez starting to really feel comfortable. You talk about a guy who's starting to look like he's feeling comfortable here in this fourth quarter. It's Gary Hoover.
Yep. I don't know what Coach Anthony's losing it over. Well, yeah, Gary's getting us comfortable, that's for sure. You can take him a little bit still. Anthony McDaniel called for the foul as the Bruins lead.
That's something in the future 15. We've seen a lot tonight. You've pointed it out quite a bit of times. Just not moving the feet on defense again. No. Ant being a little lazy there. Was trying to use that sideline as an extra defender, but didn't get his body there.
Yep. And that's all it is. You got to get your feet there first.
And again, easier for us to say than from up here. We can see it, but those are the little things that are going to get you over the top in the playoffs.
Hey, man, that's all our job is, to just see it and point it out.
Observe it and note it.
Right. Oh, just out of the fingertips there. John L. Free on the breakaway. Can't convert. Aviators, quick possession the other way. Good chance here. Banks Sr. finds his man.
I think you got to just try to go straight up on that one. And if you miss it, you got Billingsley on the back end to get the rebound.
Yep.
And if you are going to throw that, a little less mustard on that, my goodness.
Yeah, that's, but kind of,
we
did.
So we got to that media timeout, right? And if you're the Ohio Bruins, I think you're right where you want to be. You got a 13-point lead. If you're Akron, you're starting to see the possessions and the chances really dwindle.
Yeah, this is, just kind of hold fast.
But again, great effort. When you get blown out by 53 in your building and you know you got to drive south.
You got it. We'll let's come right back here on the Ohio Bruins Network. Welcome back to the final 4 minutes of the Ohio Bruins and the Akron Aviators here on the Ohio Bruins Network, powered by Yamo Media Sports. Ryan Dietrich, DJ Minton here with you as A.J. Gorham brings the ball up for the Bruins. That Bruin gold. Big Gary Hoover hands it off. Jay Farrow pumps the brakes and pulls up.
And that was a good job by Hoover. I don't know if you could see that. He was kind of directing traffic and got the spacing that Farrow needed to be able to make that move.
Yep, and that's what Gary's good at.
Well, we talked about earlier him and Farrow being all-stars last year. You're not an all-star from just being out there.
Yep. All right, and I saw a little bit of life from the bench. Oh, Danny and Jerron down there dancing a little bit. 13.
Oh, man. Heat check moment there for Farrow.
Yeah. Letting it rip.
My goodness, all the way
free.
down.
Yep.
Jeez, nobody wanted to stop him.
Slowly through the middle, and here we go. This will be just a little bit of a kind of an open gym last 3 minutes, it looks like.
Well, and you can tell Akron is, while the effort has definitely been there, like I was saying right before the break, you get blown out by 53 on your own court, and you know you got to travel south to play them again the next night. Good effort from Akron, but the talent and overall game of the Bruins finally.
I appreciate their
out.
professionalism, at least
absolutely.
checking in at the table with us.
Right.
You know?
Hey, if everybody thought we could do as much as they think we can do in these games, man, we would be something else, wouldn't we?
Rules experts.
Yeah.
Statisticians.
We try to wear a lot of different hats.
Right. It's good. Well, I'm glad you came out again tonight, DJ.
Oh, it's always great being with you guys. Like I said, you know, being a part of a great organization, whether that's the Ohio Bruins or Yamo Media. Oh, nice.
What a – sometimes –
We saw that earlier on this basket, didn't we?
Yep.
Oh.
Woo, Jay Farrow getting fancy with it.
Another turnover.
Quick
Well,
turnover.
hey, man, it might have taken them all the way till 2:29 to go in the fourth quarter, but the Bruins' energy's here, and this is what makes them such a tough team. The waves of defense they can kind of throw at you.
I was going to say we're going to be back here on Saturday. 4, if I can find our schedule. All right, 2.5 to play. Nice take there by Billingsley as he about fumbled it.
And he did eventually lose it.
All right, Jose De Leon. Saturday, we will be back here at the Cave, 4 p.m. versus the Naptown Pros, December 10th. 6 days. We'll be right back here on the Yamo Media Network. He says, hey, man, he slapped me.
Yeah, a little bit of a late call there, but.
Yep. Yeah, I think ref just wanted to let that one
yeah,
go.
No, you're right. He was probably hoping he made it.
Yeah, 20-point game down, 2 minutes to go.
Hey, you know, we gave credit to Akron, and rightfully so, for hanging in here, but give credit to the Ohio Bruins. This wasn't their best game when they came out here in the first probably about 2.5 quarters. They've really picked it up here in this fourth quarter especially, and be able to get out of here with a 20-some point lead now.
Knocks down both of them. Brandon Wilkins still doing the work here in the fourth quarter. Matt Bengaya. A little pressure from Chaffee. Late. And Banks causes the turnover. Able to get up into Bengaya.
That's kind of been the theme of the night for both teams. Guys who shouldn't be handling the basketball in the open court, handling the basketball.
Yep. All right, Billingsley, we're going to get a couple guys in here late to close it out. Drops it off. Wilkins, just a little long. Bengaya board. Malik Evans, and one.
And that was a great job by Evans to correct his body. That was a nice athletic play there. I mean, he was literally knocked sideways there.
Substitutions. All right, another sub. De Leon out, Pacheco in. John L. Free stays in. Brandon Wilkins coming out.
Akron still not giving up, kind of subbing in a little offense defense there maybe.
Smooth stroke there from Evans. All right, a late substitution again for Jay was going to come in, and then he didn't want to, and then
finally got in there. Begrudgingly.
Yeah. All right, fellas. They're going to drag out these last 2 minutes as long as they can. John Elfrey
if this was a 7 or 8 point game, I would say Akron would want to do that. But, yeah, down 21 here. Let's just get this.
I don't know why Jay's coming back in. And Aviators still on brand. Finally knocks down his final one. But 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Danny getting some action in late. And they foul Jay at half court. 1 minute 30 left. All right, sideline out of bounds. No. I thought he was shooting free throws, but maybe not. Not in the bonus yet. A.J. Gorham taking it out in front of me.
Here, Gorham.
Yeah.
Kind of getting on him. Hey, man, if you guys plan on making a 20-point run here in the next minute and a half, otherwise, let's just go and let's get out of here. If you're Ak.
Nice find.
All right, Standard coming off the bench. Get the assist from Pacheco. Love to see that, man.
Bashaw, big hit.
That's awesome.
Let's one fly from the corner, Chaffee.
Hey, and on a night where, you know, you might not have played your greatest game and you're still going to get out here with a big win, it's great to see some other guys getting in the action.
Yep, get a little action in here.
Jay was trying to reward him there. Bad pass, but hey, Danny with the steal. Shoot that thing, Danny.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Just pull up.
He said he just wanted to get another assist.
I'm surprised Jay didn't want the foul on that. He got slapped on the hand.
Hey, what a better guy to throw it to if you're going to try to get an assist than Farrow. One time, Danny. One time, Danny. Hey! Hey! All right.
Danny, the big tray.
Danny's one of our favorites. If you've heard us do the game, and of course, as you can hear from his teammates, want to hit their favorites. The guy works hard, man. He works hard.
And he's still getting down in there.
Yeah.
There he is, Danny Pacheco, the man, the big tray. And then he got called for the foul, but he's still down there on the end, doing the work on the defensive end.
Hey, that's hard work, paying off.
All right, John Elfrey, 31 at the line. Nice shot there.
That's basic life rule. Now we're giving out life lessons too, right?
Right. All right, John Elfrey.
Well, on a night where you did have a lot of energy, it's nice to get out of the building with such a big win and to finish on such a great note here.
Malik Evans. Danny going to shoot it again. He's being egged on by all his boys. Nice.
Oh, nice little man.
Can't McDaniel.
Oh, and the bench just went nuts. That's what it's all about right there, man. Guys working hard and being happy for each other. Oh, nice shot by King there. My gosh.
Big 3 late.
Man, the last 34 seconds were as exciting as the whole game.
Right, 142 to 120. Nice closeout there. My goodness, 142 to 120 is the final of the Ohio Bruins. Take care of the Akron Aviators. A lot of missed free throws from the Aviators. Ohio Bruins clutch from the free throw line, and I think that really was the difference. I know we're looking at a 22-point game, but it was really about a 10-point game.
Yes. No, I agree. And we saw Coach Anthony come in at halftime, and he made adjustments to your point, right? They were a lot more focused in that second half, they being the Ohio Bruins. They played a lot better team basketball, started forcing turnovers, and do what they do best, right?
Yeah, and just, you just ride it out. It was 8 to 15 points the entire fourth quarter.
Yep.
Brandon Wilkins from the Aviators definitely made an impact, stepped up on the offensive end. No one player really stood out from the Bruins for me. How about you?
No, same thing. And that is a sign of a great team. We know how good Jay Farrow is, and in the future here, if Gary is going to continue to be with us, how good he is, right? But it's not always about one or two guys. It's about getting that depth and figuring out how are we going to get through a game like tonight when we didn't have everything, where we were a little sluggish, we didn't have the energy.
Yep, a steady rotation of 10 to 12 players. Gary Hoover definitely going to make an impact. We'll see if they can just gel a little bit more. Maybe they can sneak a practice in
back
this
to
week.
500 now?
Exactly. Back to 500. And like we said, we'll be back Saturday, 4 p.m. right here at the Cave, right here on the Ohio Bruins Sports Network, powered by Yamo Media Sports. For Ryan Dietrich, DJ Benton, Adam Dell, our producer, big shout-out, and Rich on the camera. Big win from the Ohio Bruins tonight. Congratulations to the boys.
Yeah, thanks.
And we'll see you again Saturday.
Yeah, we'll see you again Saturday. Real quick before we get off, if I'm allowed to, big shout out, 12th birthday for my nephew this past weekend. So we got a family time coming up here around Christmas with the Bruins.
Excellent.
Hey,
always happy birthday to the young man out there. And again, tune in, folks, Saturday, 4 o'clock, right here on the Yamo Media Sports Network.